What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more fighting. UFC 200. Now, this is an Ego rumor mill video. They are trying to put together for UFC 200 a rematch between Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor, the Notorious. So, UFC 200 is taking place July 9th. They're trying to finalize the card. I heard Ronda Rousey's boyfriend, Travis Brown, might fight Cain Velasquez. And for the main event, they're trying to corral a fight between Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor. So I want to talk about that. It is not set in stone from what I hear. They're still negotiating and trying to finalize this deal, and it's going to take place at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, the same venue that is hosting Canelo Khan in boxing. I want to talk about the idea of a rematch between Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz. Now, Nate Diaz did an interview with Rolling Stone where he basically said all the losses on his record, he never was given and afforded the opportunity to avenge them. And meanwhile, Conor McGregor gets tapped out and submitted and loses to Nate Diaz, and they're trying to hurry up and force and make a rematch. And I agree with him on there. I think Conor McGregor does get special treatment. No doubt about it. He can sell a fight. He's a salesman. He's entertaining in terms of his style of fight. He has good build-up. He produces a lot of ticket sales and puts asses in the seats, and he just overall generates a lot for the revenue. So him being that kind of A side for the UFC, I think he definitely gets clear favoritism and definitely gets those perks as the cash cow. So I agree with Nate Diaz. Other people, when they get knocked off, they have to climb their way back up the ladder. They don't just immediately get a rematch, unless maybe if you're a champion. Sometimes like a Jose Aldo, if he loses to Conor McGregor and he's a champion, then he'll get a chance for a rematch. And he didn't get a chance for a rematch. I don't know if he wanted it, but that's the only time where I really see the immediate rematches in fighting really push is when someone loses their title. And that's fair because they lost the title, gave you the opportunity and the shot at their title, and then they lost it. So give them a shot, a crack at getting it back. But this wasn't a title fight in Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz. So I agree wholeheartedly with Diaz on that aspect. Now, the thing I will give Conor McGregor a ton of credit is he was supposed to fight Rafael dos Anjos, who said of the Nate Diaz-Conor McGregor rematch, he could beat both of them in one night. And he was training for RDA. That obviously didn't happen. RDA, he had to withdraw based on a foot injury that he sustained, and he was out. Conor McGregor last minute switches to a totally different person, different style, different weight class, moved from 145 to 170. So I gave him credit for that. And I thought he looked good in the fight with Nate Diaz. He was winning. He even says himself he believes he was winning the first round and a half before he got caught. He looked like Nate Diaz caught him and rocked him because Nate Diaz is just a tough customer. He's not going to just go away. And he got caught and rocked. Conor McGregor tried to take him to the ground. Didn't work. And then he did get caught on the ground and he got rear naked choked and he had to tap out. So I give Conor McGregor credit because if for the second go round you go into an immediate rematch, that is a risky fight for Conor McGregor because this guy already beat you with an 11-day training camp. He didn't really get to train. He had to lose weight and he didn't really get a training camp to really gear up, and he still beat you. So it's a dangerous fight for Conor McGregor. I actually wouldn't advise if I was Conor McGregor's people. I understand having heart and pride and stuff, but he can make a lot of noise rematching some other guys like Jose Aldo, maybe even a Chad Mendez. Or he could fight maybe even a Donald Cowboy Cerrone if you want to fight in the higher weight classes. But it's risky to go in with the guy that just beat you, because if you don't beat him and Nate Diaz beats you again, then what is that going to look? There's two back-to-back blemishes when you could have built your confidence back, fought a Frankie Edgar, fought a Jose Aldo rematch, maybe RDA, depending on, I don't know if he'll be ready by July, but those types of fights, right? And then overall just drop down in weight. So Conor McGregor definitely has stones if he does take this, because a loss here to Nate Diaz would be disastrous for him and what he's good at, like in terms of how he's marketing himself. You already lost once, so if it's a repeat of what happened in the first fight, since Nate Diaz, you have to keep in mind he's getting a full camp if UFC 200 does go down. He'll know for a fact, and the fight's not till July. So very risky fight for Conor McGregor. Salute to him for having a pair by even attempting to take on this if this is true, and we'll see. Let me know what you guys want to see for UFC 200. Should Conor McGregor drop down in weight, fight some of the other guys, or should he in fact avenge his loss or attempt to versus Nate Diaz at UFC 200? Drop that in the comment section. Share the video, hit the subscribe button, the like button, As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.